Hello guys and welcome to the third episode of Illya Kitchens TV. Today I'm with our glass suppliers which we have been using for the last 6 years, Mr. Howard and Joe here. And today we'll be talking about glass flashbacks. Um, so Howard, do you want to start off and tell us about how glass is mainly used in kitchens?
Yes. Basically, well, glass is a relatively new innovation in kitchens. It's obviously it's a much cleaner, crisper look to a kitchen because it's got no grouting or joins, that type of thing. It gives a contemporary look, good reflections, which can make the kitchen look larger. And sometimes when you've had your kitchen installed, actually when the glass goes in as the last part of project, it really makes the whole thing come together and can make it pop. And the right selection of colour and that type of thing is obviously important to that. And the good thing about glass is, unlike tiles and that type of thing, is that we can produce the glass in virtually, and I say virtually, any colour from from any of the ranges of plain, i.e. Dulux.
And you can even put, I heard you can even put photos behind it, so
You
if you want to
can
put
put photos
your missus behind it,
can, if
or
you want your
your
wife
dog or
behind there to be
something.
looking at you every time you put your spaghetti bolognese, that's fine. But and yeah, that works. But sometimes less is more, because
Yeah.
so if you over egg the pudding, as they say,
Yeah.
sometimes it can distract from other features in the kitchen. And sometimes I think a good colour, a good choice of colour, plain or perhaps with just a sparkle or a subtle sparkle, and
Contrast.
a contrasting colour to your kitchen can really make it come alive. And people say, oh, they loved their kitchen before the glass was fitted,
Yeah.
but it just sort of ties everything together. You must have seen it. So,
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, just going back to the point where you said the glass is the last aspect of the kitchen to be fitted, I just want to explain the reason for that is because the first thing that's done is obviously you fit the cabinets and then you fit the worktop, and only once the worktop and the wall cabinets are fitted, only then we can do the template, because there has to be millimeter for millimeter between the top of the worktop and the bottom of the wall cabinets. And also we have no room for error because we have to do cutouts for sockets as well, and we can do as many cutouts as needed. Therefore, that is the reason why glass is the last thing which is installed. And even though you might have a fully functioning kitchen, so you have your cabinets installed, your appliances, etc., your worktop is ready, you will have to wait how long on average would you say
well,
from templating?
average from templating, we like to say 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Sometimes it's a bit sooner than that, but if the customer, if we say 2 weeks, the customer's expecting 2 weeks.
Yeah,
If we say
yeah.
3 weeks, the customer's more attuned to the reality of it, because glass can go wrong, being the product that it is. It can get broken. Although all our glass is toughened, it's safety glass. There's no danger aspect from it, but just the transportation and things that snagging that we have to do prior to it being, it has to be perfect to our drawings or our templates, whatever it is, before we actually release to the millimetre, before it gets released to go for you guys to fit.
Of course, and you say it's toughened, so once we fit the glass, I mean, we're not talking about glass here just behind the hob, for example. We're talking about glass everywhere between the base cabinets and the wall cabinets, so it goes all around. Now, the reason our customers prefer glass is because, for example, if you choose tiles, firstly, tiles are not the greatest material to use in a modern kitchen, whereas glass is seamless and you can put it there just as one piece. I mean, there will be some joints, however, the guys here provide us with the same color silicone that we can seal the joints. And the glass that they produce is toughened as well, so once you put it behind the hob, it is heat resistant to, I think, something like over 600 degrees.
It's more than that, really. I mean, it just what it's all tested with blow torches and that sort of thing. I mean, it's just the nature of the thing. It won't. You can.
Yes.
Face with a hammer.
And then it's very easy to clean, and it doesn't lose its color.
Perfectly ideal to clean, and the UV values, it doesn't deteriorate with weather coming over, with sunlight coming in through a window and that type of thing. We do dark maroons, deep blues, bright yellows, bright reds, and they never deteriorate. Even on the reveal of a window where you've got sunlight coming in all day long, that will be the same. But in my own house, in a dark maroon, it's the same as it was when we put it in 8 years ago, and so there's no problem of discoloration or delamination or anything like that. Everything's guaranteed anyway, but it's nice to, once it's in, as long as you make the right colour choice, they can stay there for 10, 15 or the rest of the life of when you're living in the house, and you'll be happy with it.
What I've noticed about glass is a lot of customers, they go for a safer option with their kitchen cabinet colours. So they go for example, magnolia, and then they would go for a very acidic yellow for their style,
yes.
Because that really sets the mood in the kitchen, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does.
And also,
if you've got a hangover and you come down, it's sometimes not that brilliant. But the lime greens and some of the brighter colours, that always it does make some pop. That's what good.
Yeah, and another thing, going back to the cleaning part of it is, for example, if you have towels there, the grouting between the towels tend to get yellow or brown with cooking, whereas with glass, as Howard said, it just stays the same colour. And it's a lot better than tiles in that experience, and it's also a lot better than just having a painted surface at the back, because that gets covered with splashes from your cooking. It's more difficult to clean, you'll have to keep repainting it, whereas glass, you just spray a bit of Mr. Sheen or something like that and wipe it down, all the grease, all the dust is gone. And glass is also very good if you have under-unit lighting, because that really brings out the colour of the glass and sets that kind of mood in your kitchen.
The only thing to remember, you're quite right with the cleaning, Illya, but you must be careful with the, mustn't use abrasives or scouring pads or anything like that, because obviously that would take the slight sheen off of the glass. You can clean glass with water, fairy liquid detergents, all those sort of things, all the things you would normally clean anything with, but you mustn't scratch it.
Okay, but as far as I remember, the actual paint is from the back, isn't it?
That's correct.
So you cannot actually scratch off
You
the
can
paint
scratch
on the
the
front,
paint, no,
but it'll be the glass that you
Yeah,
can damage.
yeah, that's right. I'm not talking about general household like Jif and that type of thing. That wouldn't be a problem. But if you started to
Some
use
kind of industrial
abrasive, and trust me, people have done it. With a bit of 600 wet and dry or something like that, just to get the nasty mark that won't come off, the bit of bolognese that's stuck in the corner or whatever, and obviously that will take the glaze off the glass. But other than that, it's as tough as it's the toughest thing you really have on the kitchen wall.
Okay, and just to reiterate, absolutely any colour, guys. You can go into Dulux, you can go into any shop. We recently had a guy that ordered a colour that was generally used for yachts and show airplanes, and that the guys here had to order from America. They've done a fantastic job. I will attach images of that glass to this video so you guys can see. It's very shiny. Perhaps it's not to everyone's taste, but any RAL color, any Dulux color, basically any color that you can think of, any pattern behind there, a photo of your missus or whatever, as we said, we can put it behind there. So not me, these genius guys over here.
Thanks for that. No pressure.
So is there anything else that we can mention that you'd like to say?
Well, basically that, I know great care and attention is taken to the measuring. I'll reassure your viewers that there's, with some firms that do produce this stuff, we make our panels in as least amount of panels as possible. So if we're doing a large section behind a cooker, we normally do that in one. In other words, least joins, the better the appearance.
Of course.
Obviously, we've got B joins because around your services and that sort of thing, and where different bits and pieces have to go on different walls. Every kitchen is bespoke. There's nothing is uniform.
Exactly.
Everything is made to measure for your kitchen. There's nothing. Never, even when we're doing flats for people, and there's 3 flats in a block, and they're all exactly the same. Every one of those kitchens has to be measured exactly on that, because
every millimeter.
Yeah, because
you can't
people
alter
don't want to
size,
see 10mm gaps or anything like that. It's got to be sharp, nice and tight.
Okay.
And that's what we aim for every time, isn't it?
Yeah, and as I said, we worked with these guys for 6 years. Every single time they do a fantastic job. So once you order a glass flashback from us, we come to these guys and they aim to please. I think
we've got a good relationship.
Yeah, exactly. So
well,
I think have we covered everything?
I think we've covered nearly everything. Yes, I think. Just basically, get your orders in.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, guys. So what we will do is we will upload this. As I said, our role without editing these videos, I'm out here. The way you see myself and these guys is the way we are in real life. There is nothing here that's we're not putting on our suits to be presentable. We want you to see us exactly how we are.
And we're both family businesses, aren't we?
Exactly. Family businesses.
My son, me,
Precisely.
my oldest son who's doing the
Who's
filming.
doing the filming, who didn't want to be in the shoot because he's too beautiful for the camera. He's blushing, look at him. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching. This has been the 3rd episode of Illya Kitchens TV. Other episodes will be uploaded next week. If you have any questions, leave the comments down there below. We will answer them. I will leave the contact details of these guys in the comments as well, so you can contact them, or once you order the kitchen, you can ask us about any glass related queries. I will ask them because I'm not an expert. And subscribe to the channel. Okay guys.